Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. We're going to give you a little smudge here. Welcome in the source codes that are hanging on before the sun starts to set. So again, only divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, and divine knowledge is welcome here in this space. Only beings of unconditional love and light are welcome. And welcome, 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 welcome. So we're going to play with the cards here before I sit and nourish myself. I've been doing some light language today and some other content today. So if you've been watching that, look for that and see if you're called to click play and see if there's a message there for you. So, but again, if I landed here, there's no coincidence. There's probably a message here for you. We're just going to allow the airs and elements in here. And again, keeping it real, raw, messy, and authentic here. And again, I've been guided to do a lot of content in these last couple of days. I've also been noticing an uptick in content through the channels that I typically listen to, or that have been placed 111 on the timer thinking source that have been placed in my awareness. There's also been an increase in content. So I think there's a reason sources doing that. Information, signs, synchronicities, key codes, activations are needing to get out into the collective, and the more of us doing it, the better. Okay, so we're going to let's see here, start with the Osho Zen Tarot, and just know that everything that you receive today is for your highest and best good, always through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom. Through and with unconditional love always. And again, take what resonates and leave what does not. Claim what you want and leave the rest. Okay, so some numbers here that are coming through, that have been coming through again. The 17s have been really big, the 7s, 888, 8s in general, 4s across the board of any way, shape, or form, 5s, 555, of course the 1111s, the 1212s, the 1313s, the number 14, 1010. What other numbers source? We got 1550. What else do we have that came through today for me that is relevant for this collective? That's it. That's it. Okay. So we're going to start with the Osho Zen. I kind of pulled out all of my decks here. I'd love to start adding to these collections a little more. I just haven't really been called to any specific decks yet. Again, I try to not force that. Yeah, so hopefully everyone's doing well. Thank you. So also some signs, synchronicities, and key codes that also are going to be relevant for you in resonance with this information or future information on other videos would be hawks, seeing hawks in any way, shape, or form. Crows are significant. Camels, butterflies for sure. Rainbows for sure. Big, strong rainbows. What else was coming through? Wolves, eagles, birds in general, feathers in any way, shape, or form that your team is presenting you feathers. What else is there? Definitely rainbow energy. I keep seeing rainbow energy, but I'm very connected to that particular frequency and energy myself, so maybe that resonates with you. What else is there? Lions. The Leo energy, maybe you're a Leo, maybe there's Leo in your chart somewhere. Water signs for sure, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, again you are, or Libra as well, the balance, which is air signs, cardinals. So you could be a cardinal sign. Libras are cardinal signs, not a fixed sign. All right, let's go. What do we have for the collective, please and thank you? 414 on the timer. All right, trying to figure out what movie I want to watch tonight. Or maybe just some stand-up while I post content. I posted some content and I don't know what else I'm going to post tonight, or just be guided to it. Okay. Some of you feel like, again, we've got that number 4, postponement, have felt like things have been postponed. Like your manifestations, your gifts, your miracles, they feel like they've been postponed. Source is telling you there's reasons for that, okay? But it's still coming. it's still coming. And again, we've got those rainbow frequencies. Again, this person looks like they're looking out into the window, like through a window. So maybe you've been looking out into the window, you know, trying to manifest and just wondering what the hell is going on. Source just wants, so 515 wants to let you know it is coming. Again, and again, redirection or delay is not denial. Sometimes it's protection. There's other things that are involved that are behind the scenes that we don't quite understand when it comes to our manifestations. As humans, we like to see things, we're so used to this linear time that it works, things works, things work differently in the higher realms, in the spiritual realms. So sometimes it takes a little longer. Again, everything's in divine timing. And being perfectly orchestrated, because it's sometimes these miracles and these manifestations are so big it takes a little longer for them to come into the physical reality, this 3D reality. But source is just your confirmation to let you know that this is your confirmation, and you're going to see 4s, 444, 44 as confirmation that this is your confirmation that your blessings, your miracles, your manifestations are right around the corner. I heard right around the corner. It's like a wad of cards. We're not taking them. Put that one back in, and traveling is here. So the number 8 again is very relevant, and you traveling. So you will be traveling, and traveling can mean many ways. You could be traveling from one town to another. You could be traveling to a different coffee shop, to a different store. You could be traveling literally from different states across the country, over the pond, across the ocean. But just know the source wants you to know you will be traveling. Traveling is in the cards, literally here in the cards for you this year. Okay? Very significant. You might be traveling to hike, to visit some mountainous ranges. You might be traveling to do grid work. You might be traveling to a specific place because your frequency and energy is needed there. Not just for Gaia, for Earth, doing the grid work, but for the people in that town, those people, places, or areas. Your energy and frequency is specific that needs to be there. So if you get the call to travel, source says do it. Okay, source says go, 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 go. If you get an intuitive nudge, or you've been getting downloads or information or guidance from your team, and it's like you're getting this like hit of, I'm constantly seeing stuff on Hawaii. I really, why am I, it's source wants you to go Hawaii, Shinieta, or source wants you to go to Arizona, or source wants you to go to Europe or to Asia or something like that. So definitely there's in the cards, and you don't see, you're probably not going to see like this big travel. For some of us, this big travel is definitely in the cards this year. It's going to be big travel and lots of travel. So big travel to me is like travel to many states, or big travel would be to over the pond, over the ocean, over into the other part of the world. Big travel. Okay, so some of it might be more local for some of you, and some of it's going to be a little more vast and expansive, and big travel is what I hear. Big travel. All right, so we're going to be sharing our gifts and our abilities and our frequency and energy. So that's a big part of it. But again, that abundant energy, that I said no coincidence, your energy is becoming more and more abundant. So you're here to share the abundance of your energy. You're here to share your frequency and energy. You're here to share your abundance. Let's say you start receiving a lot of energy of money, which is money is just energy. You are going to be sharing that out to help build things, to help regenerate, and I heard repopulate. I don't know. Okay, so that might mean something. But again, seeing grapes, sunflowers is significant as a sign, synchronicity and key codes. Candles, flowers in general. These are hyacinths. Pink might be a general color. But this is just your giving and your sharing, okay? All right, so receptivity. So be open to receive these gifts and these manifestations and these miracles when they're coming in, okay? So there's a lot of receptivity of those upper chakras being activated, elevating, up leveling, okay? So again, that's the blue lotus, that's that crown chakra, that third eye chakra. Again, that could mean some more throat chakra. Some of us are here to speak our truth, to share our truth through our specific frequency and energy using our voice. All right, we got a lot of stars here, sacred geometry, but the color blue is very significant. I've been seeing a lot of the blues, the purples have been called to wear a lot of blues and purples, so it's very significant. If you're called to work with colors as for therapy, food color for therapy, essential oil color for therapy, clothing for color therapy, okay? And again, this is part of that abundant energy, being able to just sit back and let, like, working for source is like, you're doing what you love. You're doing your passion, your purpose. You're sharing your frequency, your energy, your specific knowledge, your wisdom that you have learned. And some people from the outside might think it's pretty lazy because you're just living the high life, because you're going to be living the high life, sitting back on the beach, and the money's going to be rolling in. The abundance is going to be rolling in, all right? Okay, red shoes might be significant. Again, there's the purple and blue robe, and of course the rainbow colored umbrellas, which I got the beach vibes. We've got the chessboard here is significant, and then there's a lot of this broken glass. Okay, you're a reflector, you're a mirror. Okay, you're a sacred mirror. Okay, some of you might relate to being projectors or reflectors or generators or manifestors. Okay. And source is still continuing to remind you to go with the flow, even in the challenging times. So example today is I had some rent stuff come up. I've got some paperwork that's not finished, and my income changed a little bit. 1122 on the timer, and 112311. So 123 is significant as well. But going with the flow is just knowing that you're always provided for, even when your ego's like starting to worry about, like, for me, a potential large rent increase that was coming from an area that I wasn't sure, like the math wasn't mathing, from my financial increase was very minimal to the amount that was going to be. So again, just learning to surrender and go with the flow. That's the message. Source also wants me to guide you to whatever time it is on the clock right now. For me, it's 1548 military time. 1548. So now you go over and you look up the spiritual meaning and the angel number meaning, and please do not use Google. Use like DuckDuckGo, Safari. Use a different search engine. And source wants you to go over there. Your team, your guides, your angels want you to go over there and look now what time it is and find out the information on that specific number. So mine was 1548. So I will try not to forget and check that out, because there's a message there, a message of just information, confirmation, alignment, whatever it is that they want to give to you. And source says it'll resonate. Your team says it will resonate. Okay, knowing we're going through that death and rebirth process. You know, we've been through many death and rebirth process, but this is a little different this round. Leo, again, the Leo energy, the lion, again, that inner child coming out to play. Sources setting us up sweet so we can just live life, make a passive income, get the income, not have to worry about it, enjoy the work that we're doing, loving the work, co-creating, playing, and enjoying life. 10 is very significant, like I said, the 1010 number. And again, just living life and enjoying life, coming out of this darkness up into this brightness. Okay, and you are a master. If you are here, you are a master of a craft, for sure. You are a master of your emotions. You're a master of your psychic abilities. You're a master of, you're a master transmuter. Thank you, Source. You are a master. You are a master. You are a master. And again, there's that upper chakra confirmation. You can look at that as upper chakra elevation, activation. Getting more information, downloads, that sacred knowledge that you've been storing away just for that perfect time. And you are the master. So Source wants to remind you, you are the master, okay? There's that right there. And always just a reminder to look at the art, the numbers, the colors, feel the frequency and energy that's coming off of these oracle cards or any readers that you're looking at. Be mindful. Sometimes I just listen and I don't really pay attention to the cards, but it's really important to just sometimes look and listen to the videos, not just listen to them, but watch them, because there's signs, synchronicities, and key codes in those videos, in the art, in the cards, in the numbers, that are going to be activating for you in some way, shape, or form. So there was a reason I was guided to say that. And yeah. All right, is there anything else in this deck? Sorrow. Whew. I had to sigh with that. So someone's feeling a little bit of sorrow. It'll be okay. Okay, Source just wants to know that it'll be okay. Source is asking, your team is asking you for the support. You need to ask them for support. Ask your team, your angels, to wrap you up in this big bubble of comfort, of support, of love, of stillness, of safety. So if you're feeling a little down and out, you know, we all get there sometimes, but just the point is, just don't stay there. Ask for the comfort to wrap you up. To wrap you up in this beautiful unconditional love and light, and you will feel them. You will feel your team. You will feel them wrap you up like a cozy comfort blanket, you know. All right. And again, it's just reminding you to release the control, to surrender the control. All right. Also, you're seeing the other thing that's coming through, sources want me to tell you, you are seeing the fall of the control, the fall of the powers that were, the powers that be, the archons, the lizard people, those that were running the show. They're losing the control. They're holding on by their fingernails at this point, because we as a consciousness have raised our frequency so high that they aren't able to feed off of us anymore, basically. Long story short on that, I'm not going to go into that detail because I just don't like to hang out there in that energy, in that space. And then continue to tune in. Number 4, again, the 444 is significant. Again, letting the mind quiet, going within, tapping into source energy. Again, those upper chakras, rooting down into Gaia. So always stay grounded, root your roots into Gaia around her crystalline heart, and then also bringing that energy up and down your pillar, your rod of light, and just being still. Maybe take those sacred baths and showers to help you just cleanse and release. Cry, have a good cry, watch a movie you know that's going to make you cry. The Notebook keeps coming up for some reason in my mind's eye, or every time I say have a good cry, watch The Notebook. That is a twin soul journey as well. So if you resonate for some reason, that's coming up, is that the twin soul activation and journey, that movie's talking about that for sure. All right, so tuning in, again, however that works for you, whether that's walking, meditation, breath work, light language, frequency, sound bed therapy, sound bowl therapy, just being still, sitting in nature with your back up against the tree. And I know you have felt like the outsider. That's the number 5. Again, those 5s. Again, this is your inner child. Okay, so there's a couple things that I get off of this card, is that you have probably felt like the outsider your whole life. I understand. That's why I'm here and I resonate, is because I have also been the outsider. I have been the black sheep of the family. I have been the round peg, square hole, neurodivergent. I've also needed to do a lot of inner child work. So the inner child you have locked away is asking you to take some time and to do the healing work, to feel the pain, to transmute it, to work through the trauma, to work through all of the abuse, through all of the abandonment wounds, all of the stuff. Your inner child is asking you right here, right now, if you haven't done this yet, to go within. They're asking to come out. They want to be freed. Thank you, Source. Your inner child is asking you to do some work so they can be freed. And once your inner child is free, rapid magic, manifestations, play, co-creation can take place. So your inner child is asking you to do the work, okay? He is asking you to sit down, imagine that inner child at a specific time in your life. If you have a memory, I don't have many because I had such a traumatic childhood. So I had few memories to work with, but I would just set the intention to connect with those aspects of myself, and then calling back those aspects, because you become fragmented. If you're severely abused, mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually abused, abandoned, things like that, your soul fragments. So you need to call the soul pieces back, but ask when those get called back that those fragmented pieces, that they're safe to come back, and ask for them to be cleansed through source energy, through source light, whatever color frequency sources you want to work with to cleanse and clear those. Ask for those soul aspects to be returned. They are ready to be returned. I call my power back. I call the broken parts of me back to be integrated, because you have to do the integration work to integrate these soul aspects, because you have been fragmented. Okay, fragmented. And have compassion for yourself. So that's a 5 and a 5, which is 10. Okay, so again, look at the 10-10 significance of 10-10, or just the number 10, or just the significance of 5. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of. but Source is asking, your team is asking to have love and compassion for yourself. You've given all the love and compassion away to everyone else. It's time to fill your own cup. Get on the self-love tour and start filling your own cup and have the love and compassion for yourself. Not just say it, but really like embody it. Really, really do it. Okay, really, really do it. Okay, is there anything else out of this deck? Friendliness. So again, this is the number 2. This to me reminds me, I don't know why Sources got me thinking that this is like the twin soul. I look at this card like as like a twin soul. Like you're literally, once they're connected as the one spark that has broken off into 2 physical vessels. So this card right now is representing the twin soul journey for me. I don't know why. Trees might be significant. Fall might be significant. All right. What do we got here? On the split, you are going through a rapid, did you hear me? Rapid, massive transformation, metamorphosis. You are going through it. That's why this felt a bit challenging this past, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. For me, it's been the past 1 to 2 years for sure. But probably if I were to sit in it, things started to slowly unfold in the last 5 years. 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, the last year for sure, where things, they would slowly unfold, then it sped up. So again, there's some activation that you're going to be receiving. Archangel Michael, you might work with Archangel Michael, need to cut those cords. I'd mentioned that in the video yesterday. We've got the lotus and the egg, the cosmic egg, is just rebirth. And again, look at the significance of the cosmic egg. The lotus, what does a lotus have to do to go through to come up out of the water? Lightning is significant. The snake, we are still in the year of the snake until springtime, because springtime is the true new year when the fire horse begins. And swan and or phoenix energy. Phoenix energy has been coming through hot this week for myself, and maybe for you as well, the collective. And just know that you are not ordinary, you are extraordinary. Okay, you are the phoenix rising. And yes, we have maybe had a few phoenix moments where we've had to burn it down, release it all, surrender to the old versions of ourselves so we can transform, metamorphosize into this new, spectacular, beautiful butterfly. So thank you for those messages. 2233 on the timer. All right, so we are going to pull couple of the Lightseer Tarot. Don't have my glasses, do I? Oh yeah, they're back there. So it felt like this 4 cup energy, this lethargy, this boredom. Just know that you have been protected. So this is the wall of protection. So even though you have felt stuck and bored, you know, you're going to be coming out of that. And again, that rainbow frequency is here as well. And just know that this is Source protecting you. She's your team protecting you from outside energies. And again, there's that High Priestess energy. Again, there's an up-leveling in your psychic abilities and gifts. You're going to be receiving some wisdom that you've stored away, some secret gifts and abilities that you have stored away. This is the number 2 card as well. There's an up-leveling definitely of your psychic abilities. You've tucked away a gift, an ability for just the right time. And Source says it's time. It's time to unlock and let that gift and ability come out to be used for the use of it's for the collective. It's for you, but it's also for the collective. And it's celebration. It's time to celebrate. Again, the number 4 of Wands is here. Celebration, this also could mean union, marriage, engagements. And again, if you resonate with the twin soul journey, that might be significant, but there's definitely celebration with your soul family. There's going to be this, the universe is celebrating you is what I just heard. The universe is going to be celebrating you. So get ready. Okay. What else do we have? Other messages do we have for the collective, please and thank you. And just breathe. There's a lot of heavy sighing. You need to just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. We're going to do it again. Inhale. 2, 4, 4, 2 on the timer. Exhale. Let it go. these cards are still fairly new, so they don't shuffle well sometimes. Some days they do, some days they don't. Also, did you guys have any hard times posting content yesterday? If you were posting content, it seemed like I was getting blocked. And again, I could have been being mildly attacked. Energies and entities not wanting me to get information out, but I was still getting it out. It literally took me all day, but there were times where things were just uploading really slow compared to today where they were uploading really fast. So I don't know, is that significant for some of you? As a sign, synchronicity, and key code, maybe if you're posting content, maybe it was a little slower yesterday. I don't know. Knight of Cups. Your Knight of Cups is coming in. So Spirit is here, been watching you, guarding you, protecting your back. Red roses are significant. You can get your flowers. Again, I've been saying this for a year plus. Don't wait for somebody to get you flowers, which is great. It's a great gift. Get yourself some flowers. I've got 2 hyacinths in the house. I've had flowers in the house every week for over a year, and I bought them myself. Get yourself some flowers. Red roses might be significant. Roses in general might be significant. There's a little picnic here. Maybe there's a little surprise get together with a maybe your significant partner. If you don't have a significant person in your life, maybe this is a sign and synchronicity that your person is planning. There's some type of plan and a surprise. I just got that Spirit's got a surprise for you. Your team has got a surprise for you. Horses are significant. There's a letter down here, so you're going to be receiving some type of information, email, text, maybe actually a physical letter, which that would be awesome because that's such old school. Maybe you're getting communication, verbal communication, like I said, a text, an email, a phone call. But outside of that, Spirit says Spirit's got something planned for you. There's a surprise that Spirit's got planned for you. All right. All right. Ready, set, go. So this to me reminds me of steps. So green, it's time to go. You got the green light, and this is the 3 of Pentacles. So again, we've got the green, which is the heart chakra, but the green to me, this reminds me of ready, set, it's go time. Ready, set, go. It's go time. It's go time. It's go time. I'm going to read that one. I'm going to read the 3 of Pentacles. Excuse me. Confirmation burp on the go time. That's cups, not pentacles. I got the right one. Yep, it's cooperation. So again, your spirit team is going to be working with you more closely. No coincidence I said that, because I said your spirit team is going to be working more closely with you and with your psychic abilities up leveling in this celebration. Maybe that's their surprise that they're planning for you. Okay. To get you out of this 4 of Cups energy, this boredom, this lethargy, energy. But what I meant to say was that the cooperation of your soul families coming in, community, soul family, cooperation, teaching, learning. So you'll be teaching and learning and sharing your wisdom, your gifts, your knowledge, your abilities with the collective, because it is necessary. Teamwork. There's going to be no limit to what you can manifest together and individually. So again, that's what that go time is if there's an idea you've been waiting on, sources sitting on, it's time to launch that, do that thing, birthing in that new idea. It's go time. And again, outside of the significance of this, could be representing that you're going to hear of a pregnancy, yourself, a family member, whether you're going to be a grandparent or something or friend or family member, you're going to hear of a pregnancy. But what this is associated is it's birthing in that new thing that's never existed. You're creating something that has never existed before, and you're also sitting in and embodying in that Empress energy, which means you've done the work. You've balanced your divine feminine and masculine. Now you're just sitting in that energy. You're getting ready to go out there and create and to play something and create something that has never existed before. Okay. Anything else here, please and thank you. And again, this 8 of Cups, that to get all of this to take place, you've had to walk away. You've had to let go. Okay, and the number 8, you've had to let go of people, places, and things. You've had to let go old versions of yourself. That phoenix, you had to burn it down. You had to let that go so you could move forward to be the true, authentic version of yourself, your true soul, okay? Not the one wearing the masks. You've had to walk away. All right, there's the Four of Swords. And again, this is, you've had to, sources again, this is the heart. Again, that heart chakra. This to my reminds me of just cozying up, and it's time to rest. So source is asking you to rest. It's close. Okay, it's close. The source is asking you to continue to slow down even more and to rest even more. Rest even more. And I shared this in another videos. I already rest a lot, and I've had this upper back pain, neck and tension symptom. So that is my team and source telling me, and my body telling me, which is consciousness, that I need to rest even more. I need to slow down even more. I need to do less, which in itself is very sacred. It is a sacred pause. It is a sacred journey. It is the sacredness of your healing. And it is what the ego finds very hard to do, is to be still and to rest and to honor those inner knowings that you need to do way less. So again, this is just another confirmation that you need to curl up under a blanket, read a book, watch a movie, put some nature sounds on, whatever it is. Source is asking that you need to rest. This is important, because what's coming, you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy. Source says you're going to be busy in the best way possible. Busy bee in the best way possible. So that's came through. You're going to be busy like a bee in the best way possible. And that is a hell yes from source. And the lovers are underneath it. So again, if you resonate, this could be the big surprise. If this person is already not in your life. But the other big surprise is maybe you're on a twin soul journey and you had no idea that the significant partner that your person you've been with for 7 years or 8 years or 5 years is actually your significant person. It is your twin soul. It is your other aspect. That was my journey. That's a story in itself. When I woke up to the fact that I'm like, I mean, we have an amazing relationship. I had no idea we were on a twin soul journey. I had no idea. So that might resonate. So the big surprise, the big reveal might be your person that you're with, outside of if you know that your person's out there and they're coming in. This is for those that you're with your person now, and you've done the healing work, you've gone within, and now you have elevated. You both have elevated. You've done the healing. You've gone from your wounded feminine and your wounded masculine within self, as well as the wounded feminine and wounded masculine in the relationship. Now you're up leveling. You're going up, and now you're being activated on your twin soul journey, because you got a mission. You've got a divine mission. 333 on the timer. Drop the mic. God, I love it when source just use the numbers for all of the magic. Oh, so much fun. We're going to pull an earth magic card just to wrap this beautiful message up. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest, and claim what you want. Claim. And then I'm going to get me some snacks, some food, and I'm going to go horizontal on the sofa till it's time to go to bed. All right, what do we have to finish this beautiful, amazing message here for the collective, please and thank you. All right, what is this? Submerged iceberg. I'm gonna read that just because I'm guided to right now. What is the iceberg got to say for us? Anyone else still just say the ABCs in your head when you're looking for something? I just did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Submerged. Up to 90% of the iceberg's body is below the surface, deeply submerged in the bosom of Godmother or Grandmother Ocean. Yet Grandmother allows considerable freedom for her enormous children, permitting them to move about as dictated by the currents. So again, going with the flow, with the currents and their momentum. Having broken from off of a glacier or ice shelf, they float along the sea, much to the determinant of vessels and that attempt to traverse these passageways. Most of us have heard stories of ill-fated ships, of course, that have tragically had tragic encounters with these ice mountains. Although the topmost portion of the iceberg is easily seen, the massive amount of its body is below the water. I'm out of the frame. All right. Is below the water. That may be difficult to detect. And that which remains unseen can fool us and perhaps even be dangerous and damaging. Whatever you suppress, deny, and attempt to keep out of your conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. Someone needs this message. That's again going back to doing the work that you have like buried and put away. Removing the masks, okay? These are our shadow aspects. And again, your shadow is part of you. Okay? Your shadow is part of you. You have to have the light and the dark. Okay? But it's learning to work with both aspects, okay? All right. At one time, you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remained contained by shame and guilt. So it's again releasing the shame and guilt. So some of you are still holding on to shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others. It's that projection you're projecting onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you. And you may even harshly judge these characters when they are exhibited. So again, going back to that sacred mirroring, okay? Now is the time. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and to embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret, dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or to accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay your attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. So again, calling those parts of you back, those that you've buried and put away because of shame and guilt and hurt and whatever it is, okay? Let's see if there's anything else. One more. So thanks for hanging out. Click and play, liking, subscribing. The veil is lifted. You will be seeing very, very clear. So a lot of you, the veil has lifted, but you still have been covered. So the fog is lifting, the veil is lifting. You're going to see more clearer and clearer. You're going to know more clearly, see more clearly, hear more clearly. And for some of us that have been basically hidden in plain sight, sources veiled us for a reason, for our own protection, but to hide us as well for when the time is right for the massive unveiling, the reveal. I heard reveal. You are going to be revealed. You are going to be put in front of a shenyata. You're going to be revealed and you're going to be placed on the stage, on the platform. You are going to be revealed and unveiled. I just unveiled. So, thank you for clicking play, co-creating and playing with me on this beautiful day. Today is July. Holy crap, it's not July. July might be significant. Maybe your birthday's in July. Today's January 6th, but maybe July 6th. Something will happen before July 6th. Again, that was significant, and all slip-ups are no coincidences. So it is January 6th, 2026. But know and understand that all these videos are timeless. They will reach you in perfect timing. And there is a message here for you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe some of it, maybe the front part, the middle part, the back part, maybe all of it is significant. And again, take what resonates and leave what does not, okay? And again, I have so much gratitude for you guys for getting curious and clicking play and seeing what source has to channel through me, with me, playing with me, co-creating with me, and being able to share this information and being able to share my magic and my frequency with you, the beautiful collective. So until the next time, I will see you later. I love you so, so, so much.